Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to Wind Down Wednesdays. Again, life has been lifing, and I haven't had a moment to sit down and do this. So I'm at work, and I'm getting paid to do my podcast, and that's time to think about it. Y'all have so much stuff on my plate. Oh my God. I can't rest my nerves. Since my child's father decided to do an extra shift, that has put all of my plans, changed all of my plans, I should say. And like I was saying last week, I got a phone call from a travel agency to work as a social worker. Like travel nurses, they do travel social worker as well. And I had been trying to land a position with them for a very, very long time. And ironically, y'all finally calling me when life is lifing. Oh Lord, help me, Father. But it's like the money that they offering you is just like you can't turn it down. But I'm a mama now. I'd done travel social work before I had my baby. Or when I got pregnant, what I was saying, I was able to stack my money up so well because I had a travel social work job. It just so happened to be right here in Baton Rouge, so I didn't have to leave. But this one is trying to take me. Well, it is taking me to drumroll, California. Ironically, because that's where my family is. But unfortunately, it's not near them. It's like 6 or 7 hours away from them. They're closer to San Francisco. And this assignment is close to Los Angeles, a place I've never been actually, and I've always wanted to go to. So I'm not mad about it. I'm nervous. I don't even know if I'm excited. I'm excited for the possibilities per se, but I'm nervous because I have a child, and the logistics of getting him situated for me to be able to pursue my dreams. I'm spiraling. I'm not spiraling. I'm actually doing really good. I'm really in a great place. My birthday just passed. I didn't do much on the birthday itself. I did have something on Sunday with some family. Who came, and I appreciate them. The ones who didn't come, I'm tired of stressing. I'm tired of stressing and worrying my nerves about who don't show up for me when I literally show up for any and everybody. I'm tired. So whoever came, I appreciate them, and have love for them and care about them, and thank you genuinely for showing up for me. So your girl is 30 now. My God. I swear I was just in high school a few months ago. When the old folks say life comes at you fast, like, can we slow it down a little bit? Like, I'm appreciative of being alive, but my goodness, like, I'm 30. I'm a mother. I have a 2-year-old, almost a 3-year-old child. I was watching a video earlier and it said, um, to the girls who turn 30 or just now entering their 30s, like, you really have to, in a sense, grieve yourself, grieve the woman you thought you was going to be at this age. And I didn't think about that. And you do. I do. I did. I had to grieve who I thought I was going to be at 30 years old. And even in the video, it was like she was saying how she thought she would be married by now. She thought she would have this big, beautiful family, this nice career going, the nice house, car, just life just perfect. And that's what I was saying, I think a few weeks ago on here. It was just like the fairy tale that Disney portrayed to us. It was just like, that's just the natural order of things, and that is inevitable for everyone to experience. Disney, I'm not going to say they sold us a lie, because some people are living in that dream. But social media, everybody posts their best, the beautiful, the amazing, the excitement, like all of the happy moments. Nobody is recording and depicting the worst of the worst of marriages, relationships, jobs, careers, like building a home. Like, all of those things comes with their own issues, and we just see the good things on social media. And I really had to go through the grieving process and just realize that it's a lie. May not be for some, but it was for me. It didn't happen for me, and that's okay. Doesn't mean I'm defective. Don't mean I'm less than anybody else. Because I was looking at one point, like, at the girls getting married that I went to school with. I'm like, what the wrong with me? And what's so special about her? Like, why? How she got a ring and I couldn't? Like, that really makes you question your self-worth. But I'm coming to the realization and the understanding that it's just not my time. And I'm so glad. Y'all don't understand. I am so glad things did not work out the way I had it in my mind that it would. Like, the person I was before having a child, I was still a child myself. I had not experienced the reality of life and the hardships that it comes with. Therefore, how could I be someone's wife? I'm barely surviving motherhood, and I'm learning on the job with this one. So it's just like, of course, you can learn as a wife as well, but I really just would rather have had or have more experiences, more knowledge on who I am as a person, what I want, what I need from an individual, instead of just looking at him like, oh, he fine, he consistent, he want me, he want to show up, and he take me out on a date or two. That's gonna be my husband. Man, that ain't it. That ain't all that it should be. And I had to learn that the hard way after getting pregnant. Like I always say, great father and great person, just we aren't right for each other, unfortunately. But that's because I didn't know myself. I did not know what I needed, what I required, what I wanted, what my boundaries were. Um, and due to his schedule of being in and out so much, you cannot learn a person like that. So one minute they can show you exactly what you need or want or require, but the reality of who they are at the core of their heart is something they can always hide from you because they're never here to actually show it. So it's been a lot going on mentally. I had my psychiatry appointment. I'm being very open and vulnerable with you guys. I'm telling you guys everything that I'm going through personally. I go to therapy. I just started going twice a week with two different therapists. And that has been, I'm not really fond of my first therapist, so I'm trying to find somebody else. And I actually like the new person, so I'm probably gonna stick with her. But for now, I'm doing 2 days a week. I have a psychiatrist who prescribes me mental health medication, and I had an appointment with him on this week. And I just was like, I feel so good. Like, I really feel so much better. My memory is coming back. I'm not down and depressed. I'm being consistent with taking my medicine. And I notice when I don't take my medicine, that's when I start having crying spells. So I realized I need to take my medicine. So, and I was like, well, is this a life thing? Like, am I supposed to be stuck on medicine for the rest of my life? Or like, how does it work with like tapering or just stopping? Like when or if will there be a possibility that I won't be taking it anymore? And he congratulated me because he was with me when I was at rock bottom. He was there from the beginning of my mental episode, and to see me now, he's just like, I'm so proud of you. You're really doing an amazing job and have gotten much better, and you utilizing the tools that he provided, my therapist provided, the tools of medication, like all of the things that I'm implementing, it has really shown effective in my life because I have transformed from where I was. So I'll never say therapy does not work. It works if you want it to work and you actually work at it. Like, it's not just talking to somebody every week, once a week. And that's why I wanted to be a therapist at one point. But going through therapy myself, I realized that is not the only thing is not effective. Just like right now, or just like in my period of time of going to therapy, like I need to talk to somebody consistently 1 hour. And that's what was pissing me off with my first therapist. And she has been with me the entire process as well of this whole transition of becoming a mother until now. But we talk once a week, and she cuts our session short, so like 45 minutes. She was like, okay, well, I'll talk to you next week. I could be boohoo crying on the phone, or like really going through some major things, and she gonna cut it short every time. I don't like that. I hate it, actually. And then you gotta wait a whole nother week to reprocess what last week was about, and of course you got new stuff going on, so it's just never enough time. So as a therapist, or someone who wants to work in mental health and is currently working in mental health, therapy is not the route that I want to take. I want to be hands-on with my clients and consistently follow through with their progress. The job that I have now, it has been able to allow me to do that. Working in IOP programs, intensive outpatient programs with substance abuse clients and mental health clients. See them every day, Monday through Friday. I see them. We go to class. I teach them classes, different topics, subjects on mental health, substance abuse, recovery, all of those things. Like, I'm teaching them things. They come to me and talk to me about everything, and I help them with the resources of what they need. If they need food stamps, Medicaid, I done got them checks from Social Security. Like, I enjoy that, being a hands-on individual, because I care about people and I empathize with what they're going through. They could be bad crap crazy. But like yesterday, I had one client, he was talking about the government was spying on him. He looking in the skies, pointing. He saw things in his mind that the government was watching him with drones, and didn't see one, didn't even see a bird in the sky. But I'm just listening. Okay. I can understand how that makes you feel. And I can imagine how frustrating that is. Like, but I get it. You can't tell them. You can't tell nobody they ain't seeing what they seeing. Like, we can try to help you understand that that may not be your real. That might not be reality. You might be hallucinating and um all of those things, but and try to provide you the resources you need, which is medication management. And but yeah, but when you're working with this type of population, don't tell them what they see and what they know to be true ain't true. That's a fight. It's a fight. It's an unnecessary fight that you will not win. You won't win. You can't tell somebody they crazy. You can't tell them. Don't nobody want to hear that. I ain't want to hear I lost my mind, and I just had postpartum. Like, ain't nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. So I don't even know where I was going with that subject. What was I saying? See, I have memory lapses like that where I'm like, I don't know what the hell I was just talking about. Then I have to pause the video, rewatch the video, and be like, oh, okay, that's what I was talking about. And then I can start back. I can laugh about it now. At first I'd be like, oh my God. But now it's just like, okay, it's just a part of life at this point, and it don't bother me no more. Like, I literally record. If you're talking to me, I'm probably recording you. Disclaimer. I take pictures and video of everything. That's why I'm doing this vlogging thing. Um, I it's so I can go back and watch what I did and remember what I did and what happened. Do I ever rewatch them? Probably no. Maybe months later, I'll go back and, oh, okay, I don't remember this, but that's cool. Oh God, but it is getting better. Like, day to day wise, week to week, it has been getting better. Can I recall what happened months ago verbatim? No. Um, can I look at like paperwork, videos, pictures, and then kind of recall what happened? Yes. So it's getting better. It's definitely not at 100%. It is, I would give it a percentage of 65. I'm at a good 65 right now, and I'm happy with it. because I was a 35 when it all started. So I'm good. But anyway, I wanted to discuss my therapist, the new therapist. Now, what I'm grateful about the new therapist is she is coming into my situation with a fresh pair of lens, and we starting from ground one. And I can kind of tell her my story. She has like past history and notes from the doctor of what I've been through, and she is listening to me, and we're working together to figure out where I need help, what I need help in, where I need help, and where I'm trying to go, and how we're gonna get there. So I really like her. We do the full hour. So I'm very, very grateful for that. She gives me homework and lots of things to think about. But what I really liked about her was she wanted to see if depression was really what I was going through, or was it something else. So after further evaluation and discussion, it was determined that it's not necessarily depression, it's adjustment disorder is what I have. And when she said that, I immediately was like, yes, that is it. Adjustment disorder is what I have. Imagine being free your whole life, doing whatever you want to. And like I said, I think last week, like I've just been a good kid, and I did what was expected of me, got the good grades, X, Y, and Z. Like I was not a problem child to my knowledge. I was real clingy to my mother. We were cool. We were best friends. Me and my daddy. He came, got me, and I go straight to my room. I ain't asked him for nothing. I never needed nothing. Like but I always received something. Like I've always had. I never went without in my entire life. And I never required a lot. And I had two parents that were very busy, so I always took on I just always had they gave me control. They trusted me enough to take lead in my life. I was driving to school. I make sure like I get this place and that place. Like I will tell them what I need and they'll fulfill that. I wouldn't overdo it, underdo it. Like I always made sure I got what I needed when I needed, and don't do too much, if that makes sense. And I've always just had a leadership role in my life in extracurricular activities, like this job right here. I'm working at Louisiana Leadership Institute. I grew up in this program. I was a vice president, a leadership role in this program. I've always had leadership positions. I always was that go-to person. They always said I was an old spirit in a young person body. Like I've always gotten it my whole life. Like I've been here before. So yeah. So when she said adjustment disorder, my mind went from, or just our discussion, it was just like, you went from having the freedom to get up and go, making decisions on your own, not needing nobody permission, just doing what you needed to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and tell them later, to being a full-time parent with a little human being that is solely dependent on you. And I ain't gonna say solely, but time wise, yes, solely dependent on me. Yes. And that is what we're thinking. My therapist and I are thinking caused me to spiral. Having that big adjustment, even though I was grown and X, Y, and Z, I still had the freedom to take a trip, go do what I want. Like now, I have to worry about my dream job of traveling and getting paid great money. Now I have to worry about how my child gonna get to school, who he gonna stay with while I'm gone. Do I just need to bring my child, but that means he would miss school? Do I keep him here, but then his daddy don't want to take off? It is so much that goes into being a mother. And I can't even say a parent. There are some full-time fathers out there, so I will never negate that. I just think women, it ain't nothing like us. It ain't nothing like us. And that's what I was telling my dad. We was talking the other day, and he was like he never had an issue with me. And they did 50-50 custody. I think I did a week on, week off with them. And he never had an issue. Of course you didn't. I was scared of you. And my dad was not he was like, I was scared of my dad. Like now I'm not. But you couldn't really talk to him. It was just, he was a man. He don't know how to deal with no child. So I stayed to myself. I stayed to my room. Like, we interacted. He was very active for as his time and presence. I will say that. He would take me, we had dates. He would take me to the movies, out to eat, take me get my clothes from Dillard's. I'm trying to remember that other store. There's another store he used to take me to. But I always went on outings and dates with my dad. That's something I do vividly remember and appreciate. He was not just a absent father that just worked. He actively showed me what a real man was supposed to be, as far as providing, but also giving your children that time. And I can say I'm his only girl. He has 2 sons before me. They didn't get that version of him. I don't know if it's a girl thing, dads with their girls, and maybe that's why my child's father isn't so gun-ho about being here that often with his son, far as time goes, but financially he's there. I don't know. Is it a difference? Like, is it because with girls and boys, like, do men just want to be there for their daughters and be like, I want my son to be just like me or be my junior, but You're not actively present in his life to teach him how to be your junior. I don't know. There's so many different questions, so many. Like I said, I'm tired. But I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. And the whole this new assignment that I'm gonna be embarking on is so many logistical things. And his dad straight up was like, he not doing it. He's not taking off of work so I can do this. But I have to continually change my schedule to accommodate him and his wants for extra money, his wants and needs for extra money, so he stays longer. But because my child is almost 3, and I'm finally requesting extra time off. It's a 5-week assignment. I'm finally asking for help, consistent help, longer than your original three weeks. It's a hard no. Not even, I'll try to figure something out. I'll see what I can do. Even said I'll pay for it. I will pay you. I will pay my child's father. I said $1,000 plus daycare. That's all he pays for is daycare. I don't ask him for nothing else. So I said I'll pay for daycare 2 months. It's now $600. So that's 12 plus an extra 1,000, 2,200. He said no. He said it wasn't worth his time. It wasn't worth his time. So I don't know. I don't know. But it's what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. I just gotta figure it out. And that's just what it's gonna be. I'm figuring it out. And I'm just tired of figuring this shit out all by myself. Like I had them by myself. And I didn't. I'm so sick of it. So your girl just died. I'm tired of figuring out all this stuff. My parents, they worried about me. I get a call. My mama just called while I'm fuming this, trying to help me figure out the logistics of the plane tickets and adding Ezra. And I'm like, I will call you back. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm trying to piece out. I'm on Google Flights and Southwest and all of the airlines trying to see logistically, does this make sense? I'm tired. And my dad's calling me every day like, are you okay? My parents have never, and I have had great parents, but they have never been this hands on with me. They never had to. Now I'm 30 years old and they all up in my mix. That's another adjustment. Worried about me, calling, checking on me, making sure I'm okay. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. But again, it's an adjustment. I went from having hands off parents, but always there for me, to very hands on parents and always there for me. And it's an adjustment. And now I'm a mother too. So it's like they making me feel like a child. And I'm trying to parent a child. And it's just like a whole lot of different. I'm tired. I just want this. I just imagine this to be very seamless. But I was watching another video on Instagram how she was saying once she got pregnant, um she started just vomiting so profusely. She had HG or something like that. This is another podcast that I was a part of, To the People. And they just had another mother on to tell her story and how she was just she started having homicidal and suicidal thoughts to harm her baby and to off herself. This is postpartum, y'all. Like, they say we supposed to get back to work in 6 to 8 weeks. This shit does not stop. This literally takes 3 to 5 years to mentally get back straight. And imagine the mothers who get pregnant back to back. And it takes 3 to 5 years to mentally get out of postpartum and get back on track. And you having baby after baby after baby. Or you wait 2 years or 3 years and you almost out of postpartum, but then you get pregnant again and your cycle starts back over. This is not, I don't wish this on nobody. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for nobody. I'm letting the world know. They do not talk enough about it. Even my dad, he's been one foot on my side, other foot on like, what the hell wrong with you? And same with my child's father. He's just like, so I'm not going to talk about him, but my father loves me, want the best for me, X, Y, and Z. But even he has said, like, there's many women in this world who have children. Why is it so hard for you? Like, what's wrong with you? And my child father has said the same thing. So I'm supposed to be crying, but my dad called me yesterday and he was like, I want you to look up something. I'm like, what? What you talking about? I want you to look up something. I was watching TV yesterday and I saw them talk about something called postpartum. I just started laughing. I'm like, I know what that is. He was like, oh, you do? He was like, I wanted to tell you about it because it seems like something that you're going through or what, something that you have. He was like, the way they was making it, I never knew this existed. I didn't know nothing about it. And I just want you to look into it so you can tell your doctor and see if this is something you have and see if they can kind of help you figure out how to manage it better. And I'm like, yes, Dad, that's exactly what I have and what I'm going through. And he was like, oh my God, because I've never heard of this before. I never knew this existed, or probably just haven't paid attention to it because people don't talk about it. And that was one phone call. Then he called me this morning and he was like, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm at work. I'm not supposed to be crying. He basically was like, I didn't know about postpartum. I didn't know that was a thing. And but I think that's what my sister had. And it was like she lost her mind after she had her baby. And she was only 15 or 16 years old when she first had her baby. Talking about my aunt. My godfather is her son. She had 2 children and she ended up committing suicide. Um, and he was like, he think that's maybe what she was going through, because after she had her first child at around 15, 16 years old, she was just never the same after that. And he was like, I saw it firsthand what having a baby did to her. And I didn't understand it. He said he was only 10 years old at the time, so he couldn't understand what was going on. Um but just by him, you know, watching a video of somebody else, it helped put in perspective of the reality of what women are going through. And a lot of men don't believe it. They don't acknowledge it. They don't know about it. They're not educated on it. I have talked to my father. I didn't cry to him. I didn't said X, Y, and Z to my father, to my child's father. And it's just like, still, what's wrong with you? Like, everybody else can do it. Why it's a problem for you? How does that make it makes you feel defective? And if you already in a depressive state, going through a new transitional phase, going through adjustment disorder, grieving the life you used to have, relearn or learning this new life that you now have. Oh my God. It's been a lot. So I'm very, very happy. And that's what I'm very grateful for. My dad is like very, very old school, like very old school, do things by the book. Um, you know, but it's hard to change his mind. He gotta see it to believe it type. He's one of those. And the more he has gotten older, he has become much softer. I'll say with me. I don't know about nobody else, but with his daughter, he has become more open-minded, softer, um, open to change his mind and be more helpful, or be more encouraging instead of just pointing out the negative things that he may do with everybody else. But I have seen that transition in him, being just by the book. He don't want to hear nothing else, to now he's more understanding and receptive to the information. So I'm very grateful to see the transition. It just going through it, and you know, as a spectator is um been interesting to say the least. But I just thought that was very interesting for an older man like himself. I think he's 66 now, and he's just now hearing about postpartum. That's freaking ridiculous. And women have been going through this from a test of time. We've had babies. That's how we populated this earth. And you mean to tell me that now we're just now being vocal about postpartum? It just is sad. It's very, very sad and disheartening because so many women have suffered alone. And with my child's father's ideations, is like a woman, this is just supposed to be what a woman does. Like, a woman's supposed to take care of the children, nurture them, take care of the house and kids, and handle all of the logistic things because I'm a woman. And they just go out and provide, make the money. And they don't think about or even want to think about or even want to listen to the struggles that we face as women with all of these things on our plate. And we have to make you happy. We got to sexually please you. Cook and clean, take care of your children, handle the finances logistically, keep everything afloat. Try to find some social life in the mix of it outside your children, which ain't possible all the time. It's just a lot. And that's why I started this podcast. I wanted to talk about it because of the lack of understanding around postpartum. Mama, you are not defective. You are going through, and I'm talking to myself. I'm looking at myself in this camera, and I'm also talking to the other mothers that's going to watch this. You are not defective. You are literally going through a transitional phase in your life that you have never experienced. And even if you had on your second or third child, it's still different. You still don't know this human. You don't know what they're going to do. Just because your first one did it, the second one ain't going to be the same. The third one ain't going to be the same. X, Y, and Z. It's different. It's always different. It's never the same. And we have to literally learn on the job. But we need help. This should not just be a woman thing. If you want to lay down and give D, you need to understand what comes with it. And if you don't want protection and you dropping off seeds and loads in women and getting out of there and don't want no responsibility, your problem. You are a menace to society, is what you are. And half of your mothers, these men mothers, and I hate it. I hate it because I am now I'm going to be a mother's to I, I'm the mother of a son, but I want to be the mother that holds their child accountable for their mess ups and make sure he steps up to his responsibilities and give him education on the possibilities of life based on the route that you choose to take. But a lot of moms are really, really enabling these boys. They want to be men or think they're men so bad, but they're not. They're still little boys. Still little boys, married or not. I done talked to a lot of married women, and they still dealing with little boys. It it's I don't know, and that's why I say I'm grateful I didn't get married. I'm grateful I was able to walk away when I did because I chose myself. I chose myself and my child. No matter if I did love him, I did, and still care about him. But unfortunately, one person can't be the only participant. Just because we make it, just because you making money, it's just not enough for me. That may be enough for somebody else, but it's not enough for me. So that don't excite me. I've had money my whole life. I came out the coochie rich. I have been spoiled. That's the right terminology. And I mean, I'm not gonna apologize for my parents being good parents. I'm not sad that I didn't struggle either, but I'm also sad that I didn't have a lot of life experiences because now I'm learning it on the back end. But who wants to go through that? So it's like it's bittersweet. It's a lot. It's a lot that I have to process and go through and think about. But anyway, um that was a little bit about everything. I don't even know how I'm gonna make this into one big video, but thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I got 7 minutes. It's 4:53, and I'm about to go pick up my son. I leave at 5, and I'm about to go get my child from daycare. Finish trying to plan out this trip, how it's gonna go, if I'm taking my child or not. God help me, help me, help me, help me. Literally, like I'm praying to you right now. Please just work it out. They say you gotta have faith. Leave all the stress behind and the worries behind, because he will make it work. He will make it happen. It's called faith. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm not gonna let nobody stop my dreams or stop me from pursuing the things that I want to do. When I constantly help others, from family to friends, I'm always their go-to person. But when I need help, I don't have anyone to call. I don't have anyone to show up for me. I'm tired. I'm tired all around, from family and friends. I'm tired. And that's why I want to go by myself and not bring my child, because I need a break. I want to switch this brain off. Even though I got to go work, I really just want to rest for a minute. So I'm trying to see how this makes sense, how it's going to work that is favorable for not just me, but my child's interests as well. So thank you so much again for watching and tuning in to Wind Down Wednesday. Last week was my birthday, so I gave myself a break. But I told y'all we had a lot to discuss and a lot to talk about. So here it is. I hope to see you guys next week on Wednesday, and your girl should be in California. So if all else goes to plan, all else works out, I will be in Florida. I say Florida. I'm gonna be in California. LA, baby. So see you next week, and thank you for watching the SendHELP Podcast. Bye.